Hey you guys, so today I'm going to be talking about everything body contour. From explaining what it is and machines, I'm going to try to cover everything that I think you need to know about body contouring before going to get it done or possibly offering it as a service. Before we start, I'm going to go through a couple of frequently asked questions that clients typically have. So first, we'll start with, what is it? What is body contouring? Body contouring is a non-invasive method or treatment that helps reduce stubborn fat as well as tighten the skin, which gives the sculpted look, which is where the term body sculpting comes from. Now let's talk about who can and who can't do body contouring. For contraindications or anybody that just is an absolute no, pregnant, anybody who had had surgery in the last 6 months. Typically, if somebody told me that they had surgery, I wait for them to get cleared from their doctor who did the surgery. Typically want to stay away from metal implants, but for metal implants and any type of medical conditions, again, I'm going to have you get cleared by your doctor. Now let's talk about who can and who is the best candidates. Typically, I find, again, anybody who's post-op, obviously after they've been cleared, so BBL, liposuction, anything like that, this really helps maintain the results and sometimes even boost the results to prevent any type of lumps or bumps after surgery. My next favorite client is somebody who's lost a significant amount of weight and they're using this to just, again, maintain or boost results. Maybe they hit a plateau and they're wanting to keep going in their weight loss journey, or maybe they've lost weight and now they're having some loose skin, so they just want to tighten it up, or even someone just starting their weight loss journey and again using this to kind of just jumpstart their results. The next common question is it permanent? I'm always very upfront that pretty much no method of weight loss or any type of weight loss aid is considered permanent, not even surgery, not even lipo. Anything you do, whether it's losing weight at the gym, getting surgery, getting lipo, getting body contour, must be maintained. So as long as you maintain it, yes, the results are permanent. Gym, exercise, healthy eating, and changing your diet. It's basically like any other form of weight loss. Typically, what I like to recommend to my clients is using this more as an aid for weight loss rather than in replace of working out. So instead of replacing the gym and eating healthy, I like to recommend my clients to use this as an aid to see faster results. Or for my clients who have lost a significant amount of weight and they want to tighten the skin up or maintain their results, this is also a great option. Basically, overall, I never try to market this as we're just gonna change your entire body without you having to do anything. I like to be realistic with my clients, and again, maintaining client expectations I think is the best way to make sure your clients are happy with the service. Next up, clients like to ask, does it hurt? No, it doesn't hurt. It can feel a little weird. Cavitation typically feels like a little tingly, and then with the RF, it's usually just a little warm, but not painful at all, and then slight suction, but it can all be adjusted depending on how your client feels. And I would say the absolute most asked question is, how many sessions does it take to see results? Again, circling back to maintaining client expectations, I always tell people it really just depends because everybody's body is so different. It has nothing to do whether you're on the bigger side, skinnier side, it all just depends. And one thing I find that helps with that as well is anytime I post body contour photos, I try my best to put how many sessions that client has had. So now we'll jump into the basics. Most commonly, you're gonna see two different modalities with body contour machines. First, we'll start off with cavitation. Cavitation uses sound waves to help shrink and burn fat cells. So this is typically used with an ultrasound gel to help conduct it through the body. This is what's going to help you see a reduction in fat. So next up, we have radiofrequency skin tightening. Now, this modality is what's going to help stimulate collagen and elastin, which is going to help tighten the skin, smooth it out, and help sculpt the body. As you can see, this handpiece typically comes with a little bit of suction, which is good for lymphatic drainage, which is what's going to help detox the body, give an overall sculpted look. Now, you'll typically see these two handpieces on every single body contour device. Maybe slight variations, but those are the core two modalities. These are a couple things you'll typically see paired. We'll start with my favorite, which I have my machine right here, EMS, which stands for electronic muscle stimulation. Personally, this is my favorite modality to add on, and I've been through quite a few. Basically what it does is it shocks the muscle into contracting, which is basically like doing squats or sit-ups. And I really like it because clients can definitely feel it working. And sometimes even afterwards, they'll feel sore as if they literally did sit-ups or squats. Now, you're probably familiar with the brand Sculpt, but there's plenty of other machines out there. Next, I'm going to talk about the modalities that I used to use, don't use anymore, just because they're not my favorite. So before I had EMS, and what you'll see a lot of the machines come with is the infrared lipo pads. In theory, these are great, but I typically find very low strength in the infrared. And I myself personally used to use these on myself and clients, until I got an EMS machine, and I found I just like that a lot better. So I ended up cutting the lipo pads all together and swapped it for EMS instead. Another thing that I did used to use and I don't anymore is the butt vacuums. I know I'm gonna get probably a lot of hate for this, but again, I just preferred the EMS. I felt like it replaced the butt vacuums and it gave way better results. The butt vacuums, or butt suction, whatever you want to call it, uses suction to promote blood flow and give a really nice plump look to the butt, and sometimes even the hip dips. And I myself used to use these on myself and on clients when I was first starting out. And personally, again, I just think the EMS gives way better and more long-term results. EMS, you're actually stimulating the muscle, versus with the butt vacuums, you're just stimulating blood flow, which, yes, is still helpful to growing a muscle as long as they're doing the work at home. But again, just circling back, I just prefer the EMS for results. I think it's a lot better. I'm not gonna hate on the butt vacuums completely. Again, I have used them. I've gotten great results with them. Personal preference is just EMS. And clients typically prefer it too, just because sometimes the butt sections can leave bruising. It can be quite uncomfortable and even painful. Next up, I'm going to talk about wood therapy. Personally, we don't offer that here at Nalu, but I think this is a really great add-on, especially for clients who are post-op. And I think this also goes hand in hand if you are doing lymphatic drainage massages. Anybody post-op from BBLs, lipo, mommy makeovers, that kind of thing. Clients who have had surgery really love wood therapy because it can help prevent the bumpy look that can possibly happen after lipo. And this is something great because clients can actually do it at home if they wanted to help see better results. I'm just going to talk about two very common websites that have body contour machines. There is a million websites, a million vendors, a million places to buy machines. I just wanted to talk about two. So there is Glownar Aesthetics, which they are a more reputable company. They have body contour machines, but they also have plenty of other aesthetic machines as well. Another website that has the more common machines that you're probably going to see all around Instagram is mychway.com. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'll put it right here so it's on the screen. One of the most common devices from mychway is this little purple machine right here. I believe it's called the S-shape, and I'll put the price up somewhere on the screen. This is one that I actually used to use when I was first starting off and I was still in a little suite. I think sometimes it doesn't even matter the cost of the machine. It's also really about your technique and just learning how to do lymphatic drainage correctly. And again, if you've looked on Instagram at other body sculptors, these are some of the more popular machines. It just depends on your budget, but of course I just kind of wanted to mention the more budget-friendly options, especially for beginners, because those are websites that I have used in the past when I was first starting out with offering body contour services. Of course, as I've invested into nicer machines, I definitely do see a difference, but I think you can still get great results with some of the lower end machines. I tried to cover as much as I could in today's video, but if you guys want a part 2 or if you have any specific questions, please leave them down below. Other than that, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.